Coaches can't run shooting drills that are tailored specifically for you at practice. They have to pick drills that are simple, so that way everybody gets something out of them. And what this means is that you're not getting the best training for you and where you play at on the field. So in this video, I'll give you the best shooting drill you can do on your own right now, based on game scenarios you find yourself in all the time. Welcome back to the channel, or just welcome if you're new. Okay, to start, you need to understand the purpose of position-specific training and why it's so powerful. Most coaches and players just focus on developing the technical skills for shooting. They'll just roll the ball out of their feet and shoot, or even hit a dead ball. But for players like you that have already mastered the fundamentals, this is ineffective. It won't translate to more goals in games because you already have the skills down. So to actually improve our conversion rate and score more of those shots we take in games, we need to recreate those moments in training. So I've picked the best shooting drills for each position on the field that recreate those crucial moments. Oh, and the best part is you can do all of them on your own. 2 game moments that popped up over and over again for attacking midfielders was scoring off of late runs into the box or scoring quick, snappy shots from the top of the box. So for this, there's 2 variations. Start off facing away from goal and doing some small, simple ball mastery patterns. Then do a quick feint and a sharp turn. Then quickly attack the gates, doing a sharp body feint before getting your shot off. While the feint seems meaningless in this drill, this is important for creating separation from defenders, giving you space to get your shots off in games. Now, if this is too challenging for you, remove the gates to dribble through. Instead, do your turn and shoot quick. Really focus on getting that shot off quickly in this drill because you get closed down fast in games. So if you take your time and slow it down and really wind up for that shot, you're not going to be prepared for the increased intensity and tempo in games. Now for strikers, you need to practice how you play. We always set that ball up on a platter for you, and you somehow find a way to miss. So today, we're going to work on our tap-ins. I know some of you are saying that you don't miss those chances. So for the unicorns out there, do this instead. We're going to work on our breakaways. Pick different areas of the field and dribble as fast as possible towards goal and slot it home. Besides tap-ins, this is the game moment I see young strikers in the most. But here's a few ways to make this more realistic so that way you actually finish these chances in games. One issue a lot of players have is that they go too slow in games. So add a timer, giving yourself only 3 to 4 seconds to attack the space and score. Or even better, get a keeper to come train with you. By adding the time constraint and the keeper, it becomes way more game realistic. Another thing you can do is bounce the ball in behind, since these chances often come from bouncy switches or balls over top. Now, if you don't have a keeper to train with, but you do have something like a lacrosse goal, you can always attack it in a way to where it resembles a keeper closing you down and you're forced to finish around it. This isn't perfect, but it is the best way to replicate the goalkeeper if you're training on your own. Now, if you'd like me to make this video again, but with partners, so it's just the best drills I can possibly make, then let me know in the comments below. And if you want more training sessions right now, then become a channel icon. You'll get access to 2 full training sessions a month just for you. I'm not quite done with strikers though. As you know, you finish a lot of loose balls in and around the box. So since we don't have any other tools to rebound the ball for this video, kick or throw the ball up in the air around the top of the box. Then take a quick touch and a snapshot. Getting the shot off fast is essential. Watch these pros. They barely have time to shoot. If you practice slow, then you'll never score in games. So I highly recommend recording yourself and then comparing how long it takes you to shoot in comparison to the pros. You can also do smaller chips or bouncing balls too and work on one-touch finishes. It's very rare that it gets set up perfectly for you. So practicing bouncing balls helps you master timing and control. And since we're inside the box for this, we're not looking for a highlight reel clip. Instead, make good contact and aim for the bottom corners. Both of these shots count for the same amount of goals in a game, so take care with this. Now let's move back a bit and talk about defensive midfielders. For this, there was 2 game moments I was looking to recreate. The first being receiving a ball with time and space to shoot. For this, just take a touch or 2 and shoot. Just like with the last drill, we only have ourselves to throw or kick the ball up in the air, control it, and hit a long shot. And make sure you're getting reps with both feet. Your weak foot may really struggle with this, but we need to be versatile players. And it's because the best defensive midfielders in the world can spray pings and shoot with their weak foot too. And here's one key tip for this drill. I know that we're far out, and that makes you just want to shoot the ball as hard as you possibly can, but you're way more likely to mishit the ball by doing that. Instead, take just a little bit of power off your shot and focus on striking the ball with proper technique and just watch it fly. The other game moment we want to recreate is actually the same for center backs too. While I obviously could have picked heading for center backs, I wanted to keep everything to shooting with our feet. Oftentimes, center backs and defensive midfielders will receive the ball with time and space in front of them, or they're able to drive past the pressure into space. So for this, we're going to drive with the ball about 8 to 10 yards and then shoot a long shot. You can put down gates for this, or just imagine the pressure and navigate around it. This drill is one of my all-time favorites since it's fun and more game realistic than just taking a touch out of your feet and shooting the ball. But it can be challenging for players that haven't mastered their shooting technique yet and struggle getting power on their shots. So you might need to start closer to the goal, but as you find yourself having more success, move back to challenge yourself. And don't forget, you can get access to 2 more training sessions right now by becoming a channel icon. I put out polls so that way you can tell me exactly what you need to improve in. Link at the top of the description. Now I do need to make a confession. For the next drill, I do need a partner or a rebounder. Goalkeepers. For all 3 of you watching this video for some reason, play a pass off the rebounder and then strike it 1 time. Then pray it bounces ridiculously high like this and goes in. You need to use the momentum of the ball coming in to have a chance of scoring from so far away. All jokes aside, we only have a couple more positions to go through. So for outside backs, most of our goal scoring chances come from making late runs to the top of the box and by finishing loose balls. But once again, that's hard to replicate on your own. The other game moment we can recreate though is when we join the attack. Start by doing some tight footwork, ball mastery, or tight space dribbling and then burst out, driving into space towards the middle of the field. Then make a decision. Use a body feint to create space and then either cut inside or wide to hit a long shot. For this, you need to practice from different angles and by using both feet, but I would spend more time doing what you normally do in games. For example, when I played right back, I normally drove wide with the ball because I'm right-footed. But when I moved to left back my senior year, I started cutting inside more often because that's my strong foot. It's fine to acknowledge this, just make sure you aren't neglecting your weak foot with your training. Don't worry, wingers and outside mids, I haven't forgotten about you. We have 2 game moments for you to recreate. The first one is when you receive the ball in an isolated position with time to take on the defender. For this, start about 7 to 8 yards from the defender, drive at them, and then cut inside or down the line and finish. Whichever direction you cut though, finish with that foot. For example, if you're out left and you cut down the left, finish with your left foot. Don't try to open up your hips and finish with your right. This not only makes it easier for the defender to recover and tackle, but it also telegraphs where you're aiming to the goalkeeper. But just make sure you're getting reps with both feet on each side. The second game moment is inside the box. This typically happens after picking up a loose ball or receiving a pass in front of goal. Also, you typically have a defender closing you down, so we need to shift the ball a few inches out of our feet to prevent our shot from being blocked. Do a tight space dribbling pattern and then push the ball out of your feet only a few inches and strike it fast. Just like with strikers, we don't have much time to get these shots off, so you need close, tight touches and don't wind up your shot. Just quickly redirect it into the corner of the goal. Now, if you cut away from goal, you want to finish high and to the near post. That's because a good goalkeeper will cut the angle for you to finish at the far post. But if you cut inside, then finish low and to the far post. And I teach my players to finish low because if you're aiming high, you're just more likely to blaze it wide or over the bar. These are just a couple of little details, and if you start cleaning them up, you'll start scoring tons of more goals. You could double your tally from last year just by being smarter with your finishes. Well, that is unless if you're making any of these 8 mistakes which are preventing you from scoring goals. So watch this video to learn how to fix these mistakes and watch the goals start flooding in.